Mehmet Celik. He's a journalist and the editorial coordinator at the Daily Sabah newspaper, joining me from Istanbul. Mehmet, always good to have you on the program. So let's start with the agreement on the development road project, a very important one indeed. But what does it mean for the region? Because it wasn't just Türkiye and Iraq signing this. Qatar and the UAE are also involved here.
Well, as you know, during COVID time, we saw the importance of connectivity when it comes to supply chain, and even with the most recent tensions in the Middle East that are affecting the Red Sea, the passage of the ships there, connectivity, having alternative routes for the international trade and transportation is very crucial at a region, particularly where stability is not always there. So the fact that Turkey, Iraq, the UAE, and Qatar has come together, I think it is not only a matter of transportation, a matter of trade route, but it also will contribute to political stability at a time where tensions are very high in the region. So this development development project is not something that we can just minimize its effect to be, trade related or transportation related. But I think at a larger picture, its political implications in terms of stability in the region are very high as well.
And when it comes to stability and security, which of course we know, like you've just said, is incredibly important, how does that security and countering terrorism, both being important for Türkiye and Iraq, but how does having Iraq's government now on board with Türkiye's goals of eliminating the PKK terror group really help Ankara here going forward in its fight against terrorism and protecting the country?
Turkey has been very successful in its fight against the PKK domestically, and it has been able to push away the threat in northern Iraq as well and in northern Syria. But for that threat to be eradicated, eliminated completely from the region, it needs the support or cooperation of both the government in Iraq and possibly even in the future in Syria. Without a comprehensive approach to PKK terrorism in the region, it is very difficult to have a comprehensive solution that that will serve the interest of not only Turkey in terms of security, but also it will contribute to the stability in northern Iraq and as well as the Turkey and Iraq relationship. I think the fact that there is that will to contribute to a solution from Iraq, the fact that there is now a comprehensive approach to Turkey and Iraq relationship will help make this approach a sustainable one. Previously, Turkey and Iraq relationship was very, it was minimized to just trade and security. But now that there is willingness to have a more comprehensive relationship from both sides, from both Baghdad and Ankara, I think this PKK issue will have a stronger front when the two governments or two states are on the same page. The visit will significantly open a new page, I think, in the relations, not only that will affect Turkey and Iraq bilateral relations, but at a regional level, I think it will have many positive implications in terms of stability, in terms of eliminating the PKK threat or terrorism threat at large, but also it will contribute to having better relations in terms of connectivity, in terms of trade, in terms of also energy is a big part of that as well.
And that all comes down to unity in the region, and unity was something that President Erdogan spoke about when it came to Gaza and to Palestinians, speaking about unity among Islamic countries. And we know that hasn't always been the case when it's come to Gaza. Many Palestinians themselves have been critical and not feeling that there is solidarity among Islamic countries. So why is it important right now, 200 days into this war, that Muslim majority countries do come together to help Palestinians as requested really by President Erdogan?
I mean, there is two ways of looking at this issue. I mean, in my personal opinion, this issue should not be minimized only to put it forward as a problem of the Muslim world or as an issue that Muslim world should stand unified. Of course, that is given. That has to be there. This is an issue that is affecting, the East Jerusalem. It's an issue that affecting the Palestinians in West Bank and Gaza. Of course, this is a matter that it's a bleeding wound that affecting the Muslim world. But I think we should see a picture beyond just this issue being an issue of Muslim world. Right now, there is a genocide taking place. There is massacres, indiscriminate killing of women and children taking place. And this is an issue of humanity, international community at large. It is not an issue of just regional countries or Muslim world at large, but it is an issue that the international community, regardless of religion, regardless of region, should be tackling and dealing with, and should be putting efforts to put an end to this, indiscriminate killing of babies in their bed.
Mehmet Celik in Istanbul. Thank you as always, Mehmet.